All right. Well, this is going to be our second interview of the new series. I'm starting interviewing
Sweet.
DJs, trying to learn something new. So you're going to be our second one. So thank you very much for being
Of course.
here.
Of course, man.
I'll
Here, dude.
I appreciate it. I'll turn it over to you. Kind of let you introduce yourself and kind of give us a brief idea of what you do, who you are.
Cool, cool. Yeah. Julian, I first went by DJ Churaka, and now I am DJ Be Better. I've been doing this for around 12 years.
Awesome.
So the first 8 years I did it, I did like weddings and corporate parties. And then I got into bars and getting into clubs now.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been a journey, man.
Yeah. So what got you into it initially? Like your very first where you were like, I know I want to go do that. I know I want to learn to
I
DJ.
mean, so my dad's been in a cover band since I was like three, and so he got a set at one of his bars, and they asked him for a DJ, and so he's like, "Hey, do you want to make $100?" I was like, 15 or something. I'm like, "Yeah, $100, like fuck yeah, let's do it."
Yeah.
Um, and uh, and then he just gave me like $100 like controller, and said, "Figure it out in a week. You do an '80s party." That's how I started, honestly. I mean, I've had a passion for
Nice.
music since a very young age. Like I said, my dad's been in a cover band since I was three.
Yeah.
I grew up stealing my parents' music. I was like 6 years old, listening to Talking Heads and Bowie. I think
Nice.
that's kind of advanced for 6 years old, not like different.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've always had a passion for it, and 80s that first '80s set I had, which is crazy, man, because that was like I said, 12 years ago. That bar is still there. Like
Yeah.
in Austin, everything changes so quick, man. There's bars there for 2 years and then gone.
Yeah.
That bar is still there. Yeah,
Nice.
80s party, man. 80s party.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
So so
kind of random.
you're in Austin. I'm actually a little bit north of San Antonio, so we're not too far
Oh,
apart.
nice. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of these times I'm up in Austin, I'll have to come. It's Parlor Room, correct? That's where
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
DJ?
yeah. It's on Rainy Street.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I'll
I
take
did
care
a
of you,
little
man.
bit of research.
I got like an unlimited tab, so I'll take care of you.
Well, I
It can be a
definitely,
good and bad thing,
I don't.
Temptation's real.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty good about keeping it
Yeah,
together
same.
now. Younger me would have taken advantage of that, but
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think for me, I've been particularly on this street for 6 years, but I've
okay.
been in this industry for so long, doing security, bar back and stuff like that. That like
Yeah,
I kind of have grown a tolerance to alcohol to the point where it's not really as appealing as it is because it's free.
yeah,
I'm saying so like my tab can be pretty high because I'm like I drink like Lone Star, like water beer.
yeah,
So like it doesn't affect me anymore like after 7 years of doing it.
yeah. That's cool. That's cool. They just let you just do what
I mean,
keep
I think
whatever's
there
within.
was a test period where I had like a 40-50 dollar tab, which is at industry price, which is $3 a drink or something like that.
Yeah,
Um, but I never was drunk. I never caused any problems. I never was like extra. So
yeah.
eventually they're just like use whatever he does. It's fine.
That's cool.
Well,
That's
plus
good. They take care
I'll
of you.
buy like bachelorettes a drink, a shot, or like like a birthday shot for someone in the
Yeah,
crowd. So I try to use it for promotion.
yeah. That's a good way to use it for sure.
Yeah. Plus I don't need all that drink by myself anyway.
If it's unlimited, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. It could wake up feeling rough in the morning. After
So
12 years, I don't feel as good in the morning like I used to.
oh, I bet. I bet.
It's a lot harder to push through.
Yeah.
So I kind of cheated my way in onto the street, man. So like my mentor, DJ mentor, said he took him like 4 years to kind of work his way onto the street because Austin can be very like clicky or like It depends on who you know. It doesn't matter how good you are.
Okay.
So you have to know the right people more than you have to be a good DJ.
Interesting.
So I cheated the system. Usually you're just supposed to, make yourself known, be seen, introduce yourself. I call it the slow networking process.
Yes.
So I cheated that system. I just started working security on the street. I
Ah,
just got to meet everyone as a homie, not just like oh,
yeah.
who's this fucking guy? Like, nice to meet you, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I got like I said, my mentor took him 4 years. I got a gig within the first year.
Nice.
Yeah. So um, I mean, I really did get lucky because my manager at the time, I'd be like 2 hours into a shift for security, and I'm like, dude, I gotta go DJ next door, man. I gotta go. And he'd be like, well, is there coverage, or you're gonna keep doing this? And I'm like, I am gonna keep doing this, but there's coverage. He's just like, giving me shit, but
So
I
cool
got
about
lucky.
it.
I got lucky it was him, honestly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shifts where I started it, and I got the text or got the call, and I'm like, I'm out. Like, this is my dream. I'm sorry. I show up on time. I work more hours than anyone else here. Like, I work doubles. I walk 40 minutes from one job to here. Like, he know I worked hard, so you didn't really
Yeah.
have any negative things to say.
Yeah.
And I made sure of that because I knew
That's
I had
good.
the opportunities, coming at any moment.
Mhm.
That's like the thing about for me, from my experience, DJing is you don't know if you're going to get a call at 4 p.m. or a text at 4 a.m. because this industry, like, our relaxed time is after the bars close, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Sometimes the managers or whoever, their social period can be between 3 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Okay.
Or they go home early. The managers, they don't do that lifestyle anymore, and they will contact you between 12 and 4 p.m. So you really never know when you're going to get contacted. So I have my phone like a pager.
Yeah.
I set like different ringtones for certain people, so I know, like, if I hear a certain ringtone, I'm like,
Okay.
answer that now.
Smart.
Yeah,
Very smart.
that's
So
little things.
is that different? So I know it says that you're resident DJ. Is that different? Is that in your experience like different people calling you to play at different places, or do you have like a manager, like you said, or I don't know about a music manager, but that calls you and says, "Hey, you can go play here. You can go play here." Like, how does that necessarily work? Or
So in the beginning of me working on Rainy, I had to make my own schedule. So every I kind of had maybe 2 gigs a week guaranteed.
okay,
But other than that, I was kind of like hustling to fill my schedule. So every Monday, I'm like, I need to fill my Thursday, I need to fill my Saturday or Sunday, and it can be very stressful doing it that way because you don't know, hey, am I gonna pay rent this month or am I gonna party every day because I'm making so much money?
yeah,
And you never know. So like the kind of last minute shit of like having to like answer your phone or like I'm waiting on a call. I'm like, fuck, I need this money. It's that stressful, man. It's stressful.
yeah,
So you work your way up to getting a residency, which means you have guaranteed gigs like every week.
hmm
So like at the Rain Street used to be really busy. So at the height of it being busy and I guess somewhat the beginning of my career, I'd have uh uh in one week I'd have Thursday, 2 Fridays, 2 Saturdays, and 2 Sundays. So
okay,
that's what 2, 4, 6, 7 gigs a week in 4 days. And so I just I'd go haul my gear from one industry to the next, and I'd be every bar. Um, and man, that money was good, but it slowed down for sure.
interesting.
So now where I'm at right now, I've worked 5 years to get this job. 5 years, man. I've hustled, and like like I said, it depends on, it's all about who you know and how you are viewed. Um, and there was a lot of people in front of me. A
Yeah.
lot. So I told you I kind of, cheat the system by working and getting respect by managers and shit like that because I had their personal phone number.
Mhm.
Um, but how I got this gig, man, is I DJ'd Tuesday and Wednesday nights for 3 or 4 years.
Really
Yeah, because I could not get a Friday. I could not get a Saturday.
interesting
So
because they had other people that they wanted to play, or
yeah, because I was at that point, pretty much 10th or 12th in line.
oh wow, okay,
And that's if they call out, the 10 people in front of me call out or something like that.
yeah,
So yeah, impossible. Um, so yeah, I just showed my consistency by working there, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and then sometimes it was pretty miserable, man. DJing for three people,
yeah,
on a Tuesday night, and you're like, man, what am I doing? What I'm like, this is for me. I was like, it's my fault that it's slow. Like I overthought it, and I was like,
mm,
why? Like it's my fault. Why aren't people coming in? Which is not reality based.
yeah.
Um, and I think there's one point where I quit. I'm like, fuck this, I'm out. And then like a week later, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I want to come back. I want to come back. And then so I came back, and then like I think a year and a half or two like later, I was like, hey man, I want a Friday, I want a Saturday, I want a Friday for months, man.
Yeah,
And then the I got hearings of the head DJ getting fired.
interesting.
So I mean everyone on the street talks. There's gossip and drama. It's like High School Musical or some shit. um, so I was like, okay, cool. This is in the works. Let me work harder, you know?
Yeah,
And even though I was doing Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I was there every Tuesday, Wednesday, all month. Whereas opposed to all the other head DJs were there once a week. They have, the Thursday, the Friday, the Saturday.
yeah.
I was there 2 times a week for fucking 4 years, man.
Wow.
So I just kind of had to not overwork, but work harder
Yeah,
and be more consistent to try and earn my way in there.
consistency wins.
Yeah, and like I said, after the first 2 years, I'm like, what am I doing? Like I'm going nowhere. And then I quit and I came back and I'm like, just keep going.
Good.
At that point, it became a mental game.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm doing this for me because it's at some point it's gonna pay off.
I like that. That's good. Betting on yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Because even when it seems abysmal, if you just keep doing it, someone's gonna see you one day.
Exactly. I fully believe that.
Yeah, yeah. And then and also because I had burned a bridge pretty early in my career.
Mhm.
So I learned to not bring emotions into my business aspect of my career.
Okay.
Because there was one bar, um, unnamed, that
That's
they got new management and they fired 12 DJs a week before Christmas.
fine. Oof.
And there was like no reason, so like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wow.
the reason was I had to found out eventually was they didn't want to pay as much as they were for all of us per set.
Interesting.
But I was just trying, like I was trying to contact the owner. I'm like, hey, I just want to know what's happening. Like, can I just get like a reason? Like, like I'd been here for 2 years at that point. I was one of the longest people there. I was there more than everyone else a week.
Wow.
I put my heart, my soul, my tears, literally everything into it. Like,
Yeah.
um, and so I just want an explanation. And I just kind of got avoided. I have some faults there. I think my faults was saying some very mean things because I was hurt.
Mhm.
I was hurt, and I just wanted an explanation, and I just got dodged and dodged and dodged, and so I told him to go suck some things, and I regret that deeply. But I'm glad I learned that earlier in my career
Yeah.
because one thing I learned from that experience was everyone talks to everyone. So
Mhm.
if you're gonna have a negative review, let's say, from one person, they know seven other GMs or seven other bars or 20 other people that book, or and then you are attached to negativity.
Interesting. That makes sense though.
Yeah. Like I said, I learned that luckily the person that people the company I did that to, they're not as much of a monopoly as most of the other bars in Austin, because most bars in Austin they own 20 bars.
Okay.
That's how most of Austin works.
Yeah.
It's a conglomerate company that owns, for East Side 36, Rainy, West. They have their bars spread out.
Interesting.
The money's going to the same place.
Huh.
Yeah. So I'm lucky that the bridge I burned only had, four or five bars.
Yeah. Wasn't one of the big ones, if you
Yeah,
will.
it wasn't one of the monopoly conglomerates. So that was some weird kind of luck and fate there, but
Interesting.
um, I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
And one thing that I still learn from that today is anytime there's negativity, or shit talking or opinions, or oh, this guy did this or said that, I always say I have no opinion.
That's smart.
I don't say oh yeah, or like oh no. I just say like I have no opinion.
Well, and there's no change in people's minds half the time anyway. So, you
Yeah,
know,
and in this industry, man, you'll say, oh, I really didn't like that guy Marshall, whatever.
yeah.
Uh, I think he was kind of rude, and then it'll telephone into being like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna beat Marshall's ass."
Yeah.
People, after it gets told 12 different people, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, he wants to fight him." I'm like, that's
Yeah.
not even what happened in reality at all.
Yeah.
So I've learned that once people hear a certain thing, they're like, "Oh yeah, he wants to fight." I'm like, "What? Where's what?" Yeah, no, I have no opinion on anything.
That's good. So after that whole thing went down, if you would, how long was it until you kind of were able to step into your residency position? Was that the 4 years that you had mentioned?
Yeah, so that at that point I went to the Tuesday and Wednesdays, right?
Okay.
Parlor room. Because I've pretty much been on and off with Parlor room for I think 6 years now.
Oh wow.
Um,
Okay.
that's where I started doing security. That's how I got my in.
Nice.
Um, but I mean, I was making $400 a month for a while.
Wow.
That's not livable, man.
No, it's
And
not.
Austin is not cheap.
No, it's not.
Um, so there was a lot of moments where I wanted to give up, and honestly, I got really close to giving up. I mean, I quit for like maybe a month at a time, like three times. And
Yeah.
I kept coming back, and I couldn't. There's just some deep passion for me about music. I couldn't give it up.
Yeah.
I was addicted. Um,
Awesome.
and like I said, so I did the Tuesday and Wednesday thing, and I kind of like got gigs here and there, so maybe 4 to 7 gigs a month, for honestly probably about 2 or 3 years,
Okay.
just scraping by. But
Yeah.
the main thing that I did in those 2 or 3 years is I gave up TV. I gave up socializing. I gave up friends and family, and I just focused on DJing. I was practicing, downloading music 2 or 3 years straight. That was all I was doing. I didn't watch a movie or a TV show for 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
So I think, I mean, looking back, I was just like, no, I'm not gonna I'm gonna prove something. I'm gonna prove something.
Yeah.
And I think looking like now, I'm like, no, well, I was just needed to earn my way, like skill wise.
Yeah. That
And
makes
I
sense.
think I think every DJ starting off gets to a point where they're like, oh, I got this. I'm the shit. And then they have to be humbled. You're like, no, there's always someone bigger and better.
Oh yeah.
And I think you get to a certain point and you feel comfortable. I've seen this with multiple DJs that I've taught and just around town. Um, you get to a certain point of comfortability because you have certain, beginner skills. And then, like, as me, myself as well. And you get a little cocky. and you're like, oh, I got this, like I don't like that guy's a scrub. Look at me. And I've seen it a lot. And I think one thing I've always seen through a bunch of DJs, there's a humbling moment
Mhm.
where you kind of get a reality check and you're like, I need to practice. I'm not that guy.
Oh yeah.
Or I'm like I'm not getting, 7 gigs a week like that dude. And he
Yeah.
can sit there, and in my mind, I was like, ah, oh, man, he just knows the right people, or he's just, sucking up or whatever. And I'm like, no, he's earned those,
Yeah.
and it took me a while to get out of that mindset of jealousy and creating things in my head where like, oh, they're just lucky, but there's no luck in the industry.
Yeah.
So I learned in those 2 or 3 years of, I guess, isolation, if you will, that, hard work, just repetition, man, repetition.
Awesome. So I noticed on your Instagram bio it says open format and house, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm pleading ignorance here. Fill me in on what does open format necessarily mean?
So open format is what I've been doing for these, I guess, 11, 12 years now. So you can go from pop to 80s to hip hop to 90s to grunge to it's just a little bit of everything basically.
Okay.
It's a melting pot of pop, top 40. Those would be the top two things that people would say it is. And I just put that up today.
Oh, really?
I put that up today because um before I'll be like an event DJ. Now I want to be a house DJ.
Yeah.
So I put open format because it applies to bars. And I'll still do bars. I got to pay bills.
Yeah.
Bars for me is how I eat, and house music is my passion.
I like that.
So I how getting started off in any like specific genre of DJing, it doesn't pay the bills. You know,
Definitely.
so playing My Pony and Hey Must Be the Money for the 40,000th time is paying my bills. But it's not my passion anymore. I moved
Yeah.
on to the next thing. And I'm not, super miserable. I'm still like up there dancing, singing, and because if I'm
Yeah.
not dancing and singing, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And if you let the negativity like win, then you're on stage DJing, like, pressing buttons.
Yeah.
Please make this end. So I kind of make sure I bring a lot of energy to my sets and sing and dance and almost pass out from dancing too hard sometimes.
That's good. That's very good.
I've just always seen a lot of like robotic DJs that are up there like no fucking facial expression, nothing, just like on their phone. I'm like, this is no energy, man. I can't gig with that. I can't get down. So I've always focused on bringing a lot of energy to my sets, and like my mentor did that too. He'd be like
Yeah.
stylish, kind of jamming, and
Yeah.
um, so I
Gotta
got
have fun with it.
yeah, exactly. Because I know that one of the best compliments I'll have is people like, even on slow nights, man. They're like, it's just so fun seeing you have fun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's cool. So they're just watching me do my thing.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I'm in
that
the
is
zone. I'm in
cool.
the zone. I'm like, do you believe anything called love? Like singing whatever songs that it's on. And I'm like, I'm not afraid to act a fool or look weird or funny, and I'll sing Britney Spears with you. I don't care.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Because I think it encourages the crowd to be themselves because they see me being myself.
Yes. Very
And
much so.
sometimes at the beginning of the night, people don't want to dance because they're not drunk yet. You know what I'm saying? They're just like stiff in the corner, like,
Yeah.
oh,
Makes sense.
yeah. So I try to loosen them up by just being silly, honestly. And
I think that's a
I'll sing with them.
yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Because definitely as a crowd goer who, at a time would have been the whole night standing in the corner just looking around.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, now I'll get out there and have a little fun, but it's because everybody around is just who cares? Everybody's here to have fun.
yeah.
And
And
so I
honestly,
think
man,
that's the big draw to
before DJing, I was the awkward guy in the crowd if I wasn't drunk.
it.
Because I have a lot of anxiety, and I don't want to be the center of attention, but yet my job is being the center of attention.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's kind of contradicting a little bit
yep.
because my
And I
anxiety
think,
is just as bad as everyone else's.
yeah, I think that's part of the reason why I'm drawn to this at all is because it's polar opposite from the rest of how I've grown up and lived, and
Yeah.
so I'm excited to see what it turns into. You
Well,
know,
I think also part of me like it's like an entity. It's a persona. Um, I'm not. It's not that I'm like confident. I just don't care because I'm like I'm in my zone. So
yeah,
I'm dancing. I'm singing. I don't care if 100 people see me. I don't care if no one sees me. You know,
exactly.
I'm so in my natural high from just the passion of music
Yeah,
that I can do stuff I wouldn't do if I wasn't behind a DJ deck.
yeah,
Like I said, like singing and dancing. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna be in a crowd singing or dancing. Or seeing someone else, like unless I had to get drunk growing up. I don't really drinking that much anymore. But like, when I
yeah,
was 21 or 20, 25, I wasn't, having fun at a show unless I was pretty drunk
yeah.
because my social anxiety. And I'm like, how do you dance? Like, do I talk to people? Do I just sit there? Like, I'm great at overthinking.
Yes, I've been
I've
there.
applied that to my business. You're like, okay, well, what happens if this happens? If this happens, that happens, and I've applied it to in a positive way.
Yes, definitely. There's definitely a way because I'm the same way.
Yeah,
There's definitely a way it can be applied that is
yeah, you
beneficial.
got to silver line it. Do that thing
Yes.
now, flip it and reverse it.
uh,
Yeah, man,
so
it's been a journey.
you're saying that you are wanting to get into house.
Yeah.
Is that something that you're wanting to create your own songs and things like that, or you're mainly wanting to be able to like play a club that's more of like a house style club than something that would be open format?
So I think there's kind of steps of any part of DJing, and I think the first step for me is going to just be playing other people's music. Pretty much. I mean, I make a lot of I guess it's called edits because it's not a remix, but
Mhm.
I'll put one song a cappella with with another song beat with the a cappella taken out, so it's
Yeah,
just a beat with lyrics.
yeah,
I'll make for instance I did a Mike Jones disco remix,
huh,
and I'll do like a lo-fi T-Pain I'm in love with a stripper remix.
yeah,
I just do like weird like opposite. It changes the total vibe of the song.
yeah.
Um, and it's not producing. It isn't.
Mhm.
But it is very creative. I'll say
Yeah,
that. I don't really
yeah.
see people putting as much time uh, as I do into my like making edits.
Okay.
So my that's I'm already there, trying to get gigs playing on people's music, but I'm also playing my versions of stuff.
Okay.
Like I said, it's not producing, it's my version.
Yeah.
So the next step is getting a laptop that isn't about to explode so I can start producing. Because I'm
Awesome.
pushing my laptop to the max, man. It's like
Yeah.
100 degrees at all times.
Yeah, mine actually 2 weeks ago. It's been a long time coming, but I opened it up, plugged it in, and it just started going beep, beep,
Oh,
beep, and it wouldn't turn on. So I'm
it's like
gonna
the
save
Xbox
both.
Ring of Death, man.
Oh man. Yeah, I just decided I'll just
Get
have to
there.
take this to a computer store and let them get the information off of it for me at least. But it's
Yes,
it's
like
run its course. It's 5 or 6 years old anyway, and was
yeah,
cheap to begin with. So
yeah. I think mine
that's awesome.
is at 2015, and like
Mhm.
this with Serato, like it's the Serato Pro. It tells you to do like 2019 or newer.
Yeah.
So I've been scraping by on this 2015, dude.
So
So I'm making
Serato
it work though, making it work.
is Serato where you pull a lot of your music from when you're actually playing?
Yeah, so I like to use my laptop screens. I have the XDJ AZ. That's like one of the newest decks.
Nice.
You can use Rekordbox or Serato, or you can use a laptop, or you can just use USBs. Either one.
Yeah.
But I like to use the laptop because I have scoliosis, so like bending over like this all night to look down at the screen like that,
Yeah.
it hurts, man. It hurts. So I have a big screen laptop so I can look at it and not have to bend over. I can be
Punch over.
like this and comfortable.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But for house sets, you have the USB, which means you have to lean over and look. So it's gonna be it's an adjustment, but just the main thing for different programs, man. Rekordbox from Serato to Rekordbox was rough, man.
So I've only
Heading.
played around with Rekordbox. I'm not I've opened Serato, but I've never actually really played with it. So is there one that you prefer?
Dude, run away from
What's your
Rekordbox, dude.
run away from it? Okay.
And unless you're I've been doing this 12 years, man. Unless you're at the point where you're wanting to jump into CDJs and clubs, dude, Serato is way more user friendly.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's more I don't know what you say, like plug and play. Like suppose I feel like Rekordbox, man. There's so many things that are like that Serato does that Rekordbox can't do. And like it's just like simple things.
Huh.
Don't get me started, bro.
Okay. Okay.
I would recommend Serato. I mean, everyone has their own personal like thing that works best for them,
Mhm.
but I would at least give it a shot, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, for sure. Then that's part of this is so I have my board. I've got DDJ FLX4, so just pretty
Oh yeah,
basic.
Flex Fork, cool.
Yeah, pretty starting setup. And so I've only really I opened that and got music to come out, and so that was a success for me.
There
Was
you
just to get something
go.
to open and make it work. So we'll definitely get into Serato as maybe on my next one I'll try to get into Serato and try something out of there for sure.
Yeah, dude. And I was gonna say, if you want to do like an interview like this where we're like DJing together, I'd be
Oh,
down for that as well.
I have no idea how that would work. You'll have to explain it to me, but that'd be
Well,
sick.
I got the tech part down, and we'll just have to talk about it.
Yes, I'm definitely down. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, like, I've taught lessons, DJ lessons for like 4 or 6 years now, and I think like 70% of the people I've taught do gigs now
Awesome.
because they've put the effort in, and at 30% I can't make them practice,
Yeah,
but I mean they 70% of them do gigs around town. It's part of their side hustle.
that's cool. Yeah, you'll have to. I think today actually is the day that we're filming this is the day that my video went up. But it should be a full tour of my DJ room. I got set up with it on my desk and the computer set up and everything, and it's pieced together. It is by far from. It's what we had. It's this old PC and some old monitors and
Dude, that's
just
what I'm saying. My first thing was a $100 plastic two controller channel like piece of shit, dude. But like, and I have like a laptop that like took 10 hours to turn on. You know, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're starting off with. You can be a pro skater starting off on a Walmart board. You know,
Yep, exactly.
you just need to learn the basics, and then I mean, it's funny because I went from like $100 board, and then I dove in so hard. I went from that to $1,000 board,
Oh wow.
and then went from that to a $2,000 board, and then went from that to a $3,500 board.
Oof.
Because I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, that's good.
And, if you ask me to save up for a new car, not happening. But save up for a DJ controller, yep.
That's
I
awesome.
don't know why, dude. I don't know why. But be responsible. No, I'm good.
Yeah, we want a DJ, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Awesome.
So production is something that you hope to get into one day.
I've done it before, man. It's just
Okay. Yeah.
it's been a while. So I've used like Fruity Loops and GarageBand
Yeah.
and Pro Tools. I'm not good at any of them, but I've done it.
Yeah. I'm familiar with a couple of them, but not enough to where I've been able to make any kind of house music that I listen back to and say, man, that's
It's a certified
professional level
banger.
quality. Yeah, yeah, they're all like it all sounds like elevator music to me so far. I haven't made
Hey, dude,
anything that
there's
punches the
there's a
right.
niche for everything, man.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
get something that punches the right
No,
way.
the thing for me for production, man, is like I'm more of the person that like plays the keyboard or makes the sounds, and I
Yeah,
need if I have someone that's sitting there like doing the actual computer part, and I just get to make sounds, I'm really good.
yeah,
But when you have to like fine tune shit and press the buttons and like do all the computer knobs, I'm like, no, man, this is not it right now, dude.
and there's a lot in those programs too. There's
Yeah,
so
Pro Tools
much.
specifically, man. There's a lot of
Yeah.
adjustments you can make to say.
Yes, and all kinds of nooks and crannies that you can download into it and make it even more complex if you want.
Yeah, yeah. Just make it more miserable as long as you can.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
see. I mean, so most of what you do is like bars and clubs. Would
yeah.
you say that there's a difference between like how is there a whole lot of house places? I mean, Concourse I know in Austin, but are there a lot of other places that stick to that similar, strictly EDM music, or is that pretty hit or
Dude,
miss?
we have a little bit of everything here, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think there's I mean we're not as big as like say Dallas or Houston when it
Okay.
comes to clubs.
Yeah.
We have our spots around town. I
Okay.
say there's a good handful. I mean, I
Nice.
don't off the top of my head, but maybe like 10, 12 places.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Okay. I haven't really spent too much time in Austin as an adult, so
yeah, yeah. Well,
uh,
you need to come to Austin, man. It's fun though.
I'm planning to. I'm hoping I might be able to get up there this weekend. We're going to see Riordan has a free set at Concourse this weekend.
Oh
I
shit.
snagged a ticket like a month ago,
Okay.
so I might be up there this weekend. We'll see.
Yeah, is that Saturday?
It's Friday.
Friday. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Nice, man. That should be fun. The concourse is huge, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it
It's
is pretty
big
big.
space.
It gets hot by the end of it, man.
Well, I mean, how are you supposed to like put AC for that big of a space? There's like it would cost
Yeah.
$4,000 a minute.
Yeah.
I couldn't do. I don't get
Definitely.
it.
Definitely.
But I feel like
You just
everyone there is on their own agenda of supplies that the AC doesn't matter anyway.
yeah, yeah. For the most part, there's a big crowd of them, yeah. that are in their own world.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It encourages you to drink more, so you're not hot.
Yeah. Just makes me spend a bunch of money on water because
Yeah, or
I
you need
just I needed something with a lid so that I can
yeah,
screw the top back on or whatever
yeah, yeah.
instead of their little
It's
water
not cheap to
station
drink
they
anything,
got.
man. I promise. It's like 8, $12 a beer.
Yeah.
It's rough, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
is
Down.
there any other links in your bio that would be take you to any of your information, anything, any other socials or anything like that you want to try
So
to promote?
I have a SoundCloud. I
Awesome.
do live streaming on Twitch. I'm honestly about to probably do a live stream on Twitch here in a little bit once we get done. If you want to watch, dude.
Cool. I'll have to get some links from you so I
Okay.
can make sure I put them in the video description.
Yeah, yeah. I can send that to you, man. It's no problem.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I wish I had a chance to listen to your SoundCloud. I would love to listen to a little bit of that.
Well, if you like I said, if you got some time, I'll show you some shit on my live stream tonight.
Yeah, that'd be
You have
cool.
like have background stuff where you're cooking some tacos or something.
All
You're in San
right.
Antonio, but you better make some tacos, man.
Yeah, we actually got pork chops out for dinner tonight.
Ooh, okay, that sounds good.
I actually have just a couple last questions, and
Yeah,
then I'll let you go. But thank you. First off, thank you very much
of
for
course, man. Of
agreeing to
course.
do this. It's been a great, informative interview. We've gotten to learn a little bit about you and a little bit about being a DJ. So, closing out, we're going to stick to some fairly basic questions.
Okay.
What would you say is your favorite part, your favorite thing about being a DJ?
Ooh, that's a good one. Man, there's like I get it's the little things for me. Like there was I don't know out of my 12 years of DJ, man, there's just one moment that pops up. I was DJing, I was playing like a house remix of like an oldie song. And this old man comes up and he's like, "Hey, can you raise the bass in the song? My wife loves this song, but she's deaf, but she hasn't been able to hear or dance this song for a very long time. But she's
Yeah,
really loving it." So I just making people's nights,
that's
like
awesome.
having little moments like that. Like I don't know, I don't care about like the fame or like the success. I don't know. Like for me, like I want to make people happy, and I want to share my love for music with other people. And hopefully, they can enjoy it as much as I do.
That's awesome. That's a really cool moment for sure.
Yes, I think it's the little things like that. 'Cause I mean, hey,
Yeah.
great set. That's cool. Like, thanks. I do appreciate that. But
Yeah.
like, for like, like I told you earlier, like, hey, I loved watching you have fun. Like
Yeah.
hearing stuff like that, I'm like, cool. Like that seems more genuine than like, hey, good set.
Yeah.
I do like hearing that, but you get my point.
Yeah. It fills your cup more
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
because, yeah, you've heard good set, good set, good set, but not a
Yeah,
lot of people come up and say, my wife can't hear. Can you turn the bass up? She loves this song.
yeah,
Or it's so much fun to see you have fun. Those are
yeah,
good compliments for sure.
yeah. It just feels like heartfelt.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And then if you had a good piece of advice for any new DJ that may be watching this, what would be like your one piece of advice? It can be really about anything regarding being a DJ, but if you had one thing that you maybe you could say to yourself when you started that you know now.
So I guess number one, for me, uh, provide energy in your sets.
Okay.
In whatever way that applies to you. If that's you're just grooving a little bit to the side, or jumping up and down, or singing,
Yeah.
or engaging with the crowd. Sometimes play a good song, people are really liking it. Go out in the crowd and dance for a second. They eat it up. Even if you just like do this for 2 seconds, they love it.
Yeah.
So energy. Um, oh, let's see now. Being humble, man. Like
Okay.
I feel like I heard a lot of stories, from customers about cocky DJs, and no one, even if you're a great DJ and you're just kind of a cocky a hole, like
Mm.
it takes away from your talent. I think.
I would agree. I actually agree.
So I mean, so like energy, being humble, and knowing that the hard times are there, man. You,
Yeah.
you got you got to push through, because if you want those high highs, you're gonna have to go through some low lows, man,
Yep. Without a doubt.
and just keep on, go through the moments of, why am I doing this in the first time? Why am I doing the second time? Why am I doing this third time? And just keep doing it, man.
Awesome.
That's
Okay.
my top three, dude.
Cool. Thank you. And then this is going to be the last one, and this is more for me directly. And you may have already given me the task, but I'm going to ask it anyway, so that maybe you can give me a different one also.
Okay.
Um, what's one thing that you want me to try to learn or practice how to do control wise with the board? Like, what's a skill that maybe it took you a while to learn that maybe you wish you had started practicing sooner? And what you had already given me was go try Serato. So I will try
So,
Serato, but I'm hoping
so one
for
thing I
maybe
did,
one more thing.
I love that. I love that question. I love that question. One thing I did, I mean, for hours when I started, is I just put like an 8 bar loop on,
Okay.
right? And just have the 8 bar loop just going. I mean, sometimes for fucking hours, man. And then just practice your timing. Try bringing one song into that 8 bar loop. Get the timing down,
Yeah.
and then if it sounds good, cool. Try bringing a different song into that 8 bar loop. Just have that 8 bar loop going constantly in the background, and
Okay.
then bring different songs in with it, so you get your timing down.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, play. Because I do that just for timing. I just for hours, man. I just sat there and just loop on and just focus on my timing.
Okay. And so when you're saying that you have the loop going on, whatever track, and then the other one you bring it in and you get it to where you want it to start, like and then you can either set your cue or just pause it right there, right? And then you're talking play on the top of that loop where it
Yeah.
when it starts the other song where you want it to start in a good
Yeah,
spot.
yeah. So I mean, so for like first for a little more detail, like the 8 bar loop, just not like not vocals, just like a boo, boo,
Yeah,
boo, boo,
yeah,
boo,
just a
boo. So
drum loop or
it's almost like a
something.
metronome.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you have the 8 bar loop, but just kind of like a simple part of the song, or like the outro, which is always like a simple part of the song.
yeah.
Um, just instrumental, and
Okay.
then try bringing different tracks in with that 8 bar loop, so you kind of experiment with what two sounds sound like together.
Yeah.
And so, try the 8 bar loop going on side A, side B, bring in this track, or whatever. You got it, sound good or not. Try it, move on to the next track. It's like,
Okay.
because you're going to force yourself to be creative. Like, mix, Beck, I'm a Loser Baby with It Was All the Dream. Just like try weird shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, don't, like, I think my biggest piece of advice is if you're not train wrecking, you're not trying. You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that. I like that. You're gonna have to screw up a lot before it's gonna sound perfect,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it might not even sound perfect.
How I apply it is the way I learned how to fight is get my ass kicked. It's the same with DJ.
That's one way to learn for sure.
But you get my point though. You get my point.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know,
gonna
if
screw up that.
if you're not messing up, you're not trying.
Yeah, I like
If
that.
you're learning and everything needs to sound perfect, you're not willing to learn on such a curve that you will grow quicker.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. I'm definitely gonna try that for my next one. We're gonna try grabbing some loops at the end of some songs, throwing a few more in there, and then I'll find another song that I know has a loop at the end of it to grab. And
Yeah, and then also when you're listening, the second piece there, the second answer, when you listen to a song, like put stuff over it in your head.
okay.
So like the other day, I was listening to My Pony, like your pony, let's do it, ride it, my pony. Then you sing that song.
I've heard it before.
Yeah, yeah. And then in my head, I was just kind of like trying different songs with it, like so we'll go with it. And I put Britney Spears Toxic. They're both the same BPM, bro. You know what I'm saying? About like
It
just
worked
like
out.
yeah. So when you're listening to music, man, like just like in the background, just be like, oh, I'm gonna try this song. I'm gonna try this song. That might work.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like like background studying, if you will.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Like
try that.
yeah,
That
like
would be a
listen to
learning
the radio
curve.
next, man. Listen to a song and be like, what would go good with this?
Yeah. Okay.
Because then it like drives your creativity, man, and then you get like pumped about it. You're like, oh, I gotta try this, man. I gotta try it.
Sweet. Well, cool. Thank you. That's great. That's two or three good things for me to get into on my next one. So I really appreciate that.
Got you, man. Got you. I'll only give you some more stuff after this. So, hey, the
Sounds
journey
good.
begins, dude.
Well, thank you very much for being a part of the interview and being a part of me starting this whole thing out. I really, really appreciate it.
Of course, man. Of course. And like I said, we'll talk about doing. I'll show you some actual stuff like on my deck in an interview next time.
Yeah, that would be awesome for
Cool. I
sure.
got you. I got you. We'll talk about detailed in the messages, though.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you very much, and have a good rest of your evening. I've got some homework to do on my side.
There you go, man. I got you. Guys, show me what you got.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Have a good night, bro.
You too.